Hello, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Sorry it has been so long since I've had an update. Got a lot of stuff going on in my life, at work. Doesn't matter. I'm going to take you to Duluth, Minnesota, and see how you can make your trip up. We did a 4-day weekend up to Duluth. Check it out. So where we started at was Piedmont Trail System. We drove all day.
All right.
We got there at night and got there around 5 or 6 o'clock. And we snuck in about a 2-hour ride here at Piedmont. How would I describe Piedmont?
Oh, send in my brother.
Piedmont has a lot of technical
Send it style, Stegall style.
rock trails.
You got the bigger of the drops out here?
Yeah.
So this is actually going to be a trail that takes us towards the back. And this is the jump run that they have. I think it's called Jumpopolis here at Piedmont. This is probably the only jumps that you're really going to find here in this trail system. Mostly what you're going to find are just going to be gnarly rock sections, rock drops, rock roll downs. And this is where it starts on DH. That doesn't look that gnarly, but trust me, it's gnarly. So you're going down a lot of this stuff right here, and it has some crazy sections.
If we do another trail like that, let me know. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, so the guys actually went out and they went and rode a little bit more. I just found some nice blue intermediate trails and just got some riding in. I was exhausted driving that day and wasn't feeling it. But Piedmont, very cool place. Went back, took some showers, went across the border to Wisconsin and got some beer and burgers at the Anchor Bar and Grill. Pretty good stuff, pretty good food. So highly recommend it if you're going to Duluth. All right, second day. Here's the problem. It rained in Duluth all day. So we looked, where could we go riding? And what we found was...
Too bad you didn't get a video of me blowing the red light.
I got you a video of you saying that.
What we found was Grand Rapids, Minnesota, which I believe was about an hour and a half west of Duluth. They didn't get hardly any rain this particular day. This is a very cool trail system that you don't hear much about. They have everything here. So what we did was we parked here at this section right near the lake. It's got a changing room. It's got a lot of different things. So what we did was we started out on the beginner trail. We got a little nervous because we actually thought this was going to be what we drove an hour and a half for were these green trails, but no, they've got a ton of green trails. They progressed to some smaller blue jump runs right here, and they've got some larger blue jump runs, some blue rock gardens, and as you can see, some black and double black diamond trails.
Oh, nice!
Tioga has everything for what you're looking for. Now, what I would tell you is that these are just snippets of our rides. If you want to see a full session, this is actually one of the black diamond trails that have a lot of I think it's called Blackstone, a lot of the more rocky, techy sections. But if you want to see more, check out my channel. And I've got full versions of a lot of these trails. This is just a snapshot to show you. We even found this cool trails skills section at the top of the hill. So not only do they have a lot of the cool bridges, some of the different wood style sections, they have a straight up jump run down this part of the hill, but doesn't have a ton of gravity, so you could session this all day and not even get tired. Tioga overall, a complete surprise to our trip that we thought was potentially even going to be kind of a washout.
Deep.
Big, gigantic, double black diamond jump run.
Holy crap!
This video does not do justice how steep that jump runs right here. This is probably one of our favorite intermediate jump runs, called Carpe Diem. If anyone's ever been to Copper Harbor, this reminded me of Danable for some reason. Super fun jump run. Had a blast. Tioga, check it out for sure. After the ride, we went into Rapids Brewing Company in Grand Rapids, Minnesota. Got some burgers, got some pizza, and a little bit of beer, and recapped the trail system that we just got done riding. Overall, highly recommended. And the food and beer was actually really good too.
All right, let's recap. What did we think of, what was it called? What was
Tioga.
Tioga. What did we think?
Cuyuna.
Christian?
I'd say it's an 8 out of 10 for me.
Okay. Brad?
Love the jump lines. Good stuff.
What was your favorite?
Carpe diem. Right? That's what it's called?
Bloodstone was
Yeah, something
mine.
like that. Bloodstone? Bloodstone was good. Steve?
I liked the
Steven?
the jump trail, and then what was the one we did a bunch of times? The black one.
Carpe diem.
No,
Goat?
What was the other one?
at the very end we did it. Thrill
Other-
Seeker.
Thrill Seeker.
Yeah.
Thrill Seeker. That's the one.
This is what I would say is cool about it is when we first started riding, it was a lot of like beginner trails with these rock gardens that you would take like a 6 or 8 year old. So we got a little nervous, but then we found some blue trails that were more flowy, and then we found some black trails. We found a black jump trail that we would have never have even thought we would want to do. And he thinks we could have built up to it, not this guy. So, but really good mix of trails with what you could do. Take the whole family there. They've got a lake there. You could do some floating, good trees for hammocking, all kinds of good stuff if you want to go there. So
This is Christian actually, as we drove about an hour to another hour and a half south to Cuyuna Lakes in Ironton, Minnesota. This is another trail system that we heard about. It's actually certified by IMBA. It's a very unique trail system, and we started off on the skills course because it's right there near the parking lot. And we really tried to go in opposite direction. This is built to go on the green trail all the way around the lake, and then you connect all the other trails to it. We tried to quote-unquote outsmart it. It didn't work. So this is actually the green trail, Galloping Goose. It takes you all the way around. Really wasn't a ton of footage for me to show you guys, but the green trail was fun. Some of the blue trails that you looped into this section they were fun too. If I'm being honest, I probably would not go back specifically for it, but hey, if we could get another 12 miles in on a ride when we thought that we weren't going to get any ride in because of the rain, we went for it. So too tired to go out to eat. Day 3, we started at Sarah's Table, Chester Creek Cafe. This is a place recommended. Christian thought some of these books were pretty funny based on his worldviews. But either way, the food was freaking amazing. Very good. Omelets, biscuits and gravy. Highly recommend if you're looking for a nice, great breakfast spot. Now, we drove another hour north to Giants Ridge. This is a ski resort that they have, and they have recently converted it to a downhill mountain bike park in the summertime. Oh boy. He's so happy. Yeah, Steve was so happy until he realized that he forgot his shoes back at the Airbnb and had to go buy a set at the local bike shop. So we took off, and what I'm going to show you today,
I guess that's in, right?
See ya.
I've got a good mix of green trails, blue trails, black diamond, and double black diamond. Once again, if you want to see full versions of these, check out my channel. So here's the green trails. Once again, just like what I talked about in Tioga, you could bring a family here and there's plenty of trails for everybody. These are green trails, super fast. You can send it and have a lot of fun, but still, if you're a beginner, go as slow as you want and still not be as threatened by having these big, gigantic trails, features, and things that you feel like you've got to go down.
Whoa!
So this is going to be one of the blue trails, the intermediate trails called Leapfrog. As you can see, it starts to progress. Still some good speed, but you get jumps, bigger jumps, peakier jumps, still tabletop, still not a ton of risk, but more than what you saw on the green beginner trails. They also kind of sprinkle in a couple of drops, a couple of smaller rock gardens, but still, they're big enough to where if you're not ready for them or not quite know what you're doing, you can still maybe get yourself into a little bit of trouble, like right here.
Whoa, that was almost bad.
Almost went to the left a little bit too much, but once again, Leapfrog. This was, I think, one of a couple of the guys' favorite trails.
My buddy Christian, he's got a close call right up here on this jump. He taps the front tire on the landing. Right there. Boop.
Yes, this is another intermediate called Featherly's. Super fast, super fun. So we got done riding some, met up with Steve, and we went into the lodge and we grabbed some lunch and some brews.
Whoa.
Not too many though, because we were heading back out to hit the black and double black diamonds. So good selection of beer, and actually the food was pretty good. You gotta have the right food to eat in the middle of biking. I cannot eat mac and cheese. I learned that in Bentonville, but these guys did. But good food, good food. So here is
bigger than you think?
Yeah. You want to approach it very slowly, and you don't want to pick up speed all of a sudden.
I seriously think that's nothing.
Go ahead.
I'm not going to ride that.
So here's Brad on the start of one of the Black Diamond
Brad went
trails.
for it. He said it wasn't too bad, so I'm going for it.
There we go.
There you go.
Hit in the middle.
Yeah.
I went to the left of it.
Did you?
Yeah, because that looked like it bucked you pretty good.
No, that's a sweet shot right there. Nice.
Here's Christian's angle at the bottom. This is probably the most technical part of this trail that I remember.
Woo!
So this is sector 12, I think, which is more of the Black Diamond jump run. The jumps weren't too big, but there's a couple of serious drops and jumps at the bottom that we didn't even think about, like that one right there. And there's like an on-off that's pretty stinking huge. This is one of the double Black Diamonds. Don't remember the name of it, but it's one of the ones that you go in the middle of the lift, and it is just slow tech.
What? Yeah.
Very slow, technical, rocky trails. The rock just kept going and going and going, but it was good stuff. Look at that step down. So this is the other double Black Diamond, and actually it started raining. You could probably see the raindrops falling on the lens, on the ground, being a little bit wet. But this one goes straight up in between and underneath the lifts. This is more of the double Black Diamond jump run. So you carry your speed down this rock roll, and then they've got some serious jumps at the bottom, which are pretty freaking cool. We didn't send them, obviously, but yeah, there's some serious stuff out here that you could definitely send. You could tell it was built to go fast, and we were just creeping through it with it being raining. So that is the end of Giants Ridge. We went back to Duluth, and we felt like we wanted to keep going, so we parked down near the river in Duluth, and we're going to do the Duluth Traverse. We actually parked at Bent Paddle.
We just left Bent Paddle.
And the Duluth Traverse is a very long trail that they built. Starts at the bottom here, and you climb up to the top of the ridge.
Happy now.
Brad hates his life right now. And once you get to the top, it just takes you all the way across to where you can see a great view of Duluth. I will tell you that I'm riding the e-bike right now because I knew that I was just going to be smoked on the last day and these guys would kill me. So I was cruising right up these hills, and Steve, who's usually in the best shape, is still, hanging with me on the e-bike. But Duluth Traverse, what I would say is that, I would take my family on this trail. Now, obviously, they have e-bikes because they wouldn't be able to climb a lot of these hills. But it would be a fun
Nice sunset.
trail to see it when you know the sun goes down, and just to see the city. You kind of weave through the backyards of people's yards, which kind of gave me a little bit of flavor. Actually reminded me of the urban wilderness in Knoxville, Tennessee. So we went out, I want to say probably close to, I think it was maybe 7 to 8 miles, and then it got dark. So then we flipped around and turned back the other way and had a little night ride on the way back to Bent Paddle Brewing Company.
Slow down.
There's sections where you pop out on the road, ride the road a little bit, and you go back on the trail. But it's very well marked, so you can know where to go and how to navigate through all of it. Look at that view.
Yeah, definitely cool.
That's sweet. Alright, so it is nighttime, and what I also found with my GoPro, I think this is my first time ever doing video with a night ride, so obviously the stabilization isn't great, but you'll get an idea as to just how the trails are built. You can still flow pretty good in the middle of the night with just a couple of lights on your handlebars. This was a great way to end our trip in Duluth.
In the dark!
Look at that view of the city. All right, so wrapped up our ride, got loaded up, and then went into Bent Paddle to get a couple of beers. Just kind of give you an idea of what this looks like. They've got a little small stage where some local musicians can play some music. Great seating areas inside and outside, and then a really good selection of beer. Actually took home a hazy with me, but this kind of gives you an idea of what it looks like from the outside. And then they have an amazing food truck where we got some Chicago dogs and some really good food just to kind of help fill us up after the ride. So this is what I would tell you. If you're looking for a different place to ride, check out Duluth, Minnesota. Even though you might have to drive a little bit, there's still plenty of trails around Duluth, and we decided to drive, one, because of the rain, but two, because some specific trails we wanted to ride. I'm going to bring my family up here in 2023. Recommend it. Check it out. No matter what level you're at, you would love it. Lots of things to do. If you've got questions on where to ride and what to do while you're in Duluth, hit me up. Love nothing more than help you enjoy your adventure out to Duluth. Thanks for riding along, and peace out, suckers.